Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I'm so excited. A fellow Montrealer here, Amanda Smith. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Nice to have you. Tell everyone about New Fix. We're so excited to learn more about the.
So, NewFix is my brand, and I run it with my sister Emily in Los Angeles. And we have a product called Heavenly Protein Powder. And it's a vegan protein, and there's only 6 to 7 ingredients. Super, super clean. People love the taste, they love the way it makes them feel. And it's a completely different take on protein than your average protein powder. So, we're redefining the plant protein space, and I'm super excited to talk to you about that today.
Well, let's start with how did you get the name New Fix?
Actually, at first, I wanted it to just be Fix. This is after a bunch of other names, but Fix was taken. And the whole idea about getting your fix was like a thing I had with my clients, our nightly fix or like our sweet tooth fix. So it was, fix is FIX. So we wanted to do a new type of fix that was healthy and a satisfying experience. So FYX. That was taken, fix. So we added new before, which is nutrition. So it stands for your nutrition fix.
And
Yeah.
also, it's a new type of fix.
Yeah,
Any-
say that too. But it's really nutrition fix. And our leaf and wing, our logo represents creating healthy habits and unleashing your potential. Because that was what AK was all about, my coaching business. Like your habits are everything. And if you have good habits, you're going to have a good life.
That's awesome.
So it's been 6 years I've been running this business. I actually started off by just being into health and fitness, like a lot of you people are. And yeah, so I have a whole story, and I'm sure I'll get some specific questions because that's a big question.
It's me. I think that there's something about Montrealers that's a little bit different, and I would love to understand because you are originally from Montreal, like I am. What helped shape you from Montreal that you think is unique? What's different?
I was born in Montreal, but my mom wasn't. So my mom is actually born in Morocco in Casablanca, and she came to Montreal when she was 7 years old. So they had like the hustling mentality, like find a way, get it done. There's no option. And I feel like that was sort of instilled in me because she came here not knowing any like English, neither did her mom. So they really had to just figure everything out. So I think that's how I became,
A hustler.
an entrepreneur. And yeah.
Yeah, no, same thing. My parents, when you're first generation, it's like it's part of your your blood. You just got to figure it out. So tell me a little bit more. Did you always know you were going to be an entrepreneur, or how did you stumble into this whole like I'm going to go create something? How does that happen?
Yeah. I think with everything that I do and that I'm like attracted to, I get into, I go in at like full force. So I basically like the first influence I would think that got me into it was getting into health and fitness when I was like 15. And that was just from like, I love to like snack on chips and like all that sort of stuff, like grocery store unhealthy food. And I found that I was like, I wasn't feeling well. Like my body was kind of rejecting it. And I was like, how can I satisfy my cravings without feeling like this, So I was like, there has to be another way. And that's how I started baking. And then the baking led to Instagram posts. The post led to I'm selling my desserts tonight at 6. And then a year or two later, it merged into let me make you a meal plan. And then it was like, let me coach you along the way. And then it was like this full service. So I just really went into it. Yeah.
That is amazing. And I'm like just so inspired. Like at what point did you know like this is something? Like I have a product. Like when does that happen?
Used to have digital products when I'd run my coaching business. So I would have meal plans you can buy online. And then I started making like ebooks that sort of everyone can have. And I realized like, wow, I can reach a lot of people. Like I don't have to speak to each person individually and coach them. There's some people who just want to take it and go. And because not everyone needs like step by step. I really like helped a lot of my clients through like every single meal. Like a lot of them had eating disorders. I'd be like, let's go one more grape. Like I was really there for them. But some people just wanted an ebook and to learn like the secrets. So I launched this ebook and it did really well. And I was like, I want to be even more like, I want to be in people's kitchen. Like, so that kind of sparked the idea. Like Amanda's Kitchen, my business was doing great. And I was like, I can do a product. If I have a product, I can recommend it to my clients. I can be confident about it. I wouldn't have to worry about all these random ingredients.
So I want to break it down because we have a lot of creators who listen to this.
Yeah.
And, as a coach, when you started selling this ebook, did you have 100 people, clients? Like, how did you, like, did you have a
I
thousand?
had like, by the time I launched the ebook, I'd probably coached over like 700 or 800 people. it was like like I was in class and I went to my lectures and I got good grades, but I would learn like every single thing after class. Like during lectures, I would coach the entire time because that's when all my clients are like at work struggling to avoid the
Oh
donut,
my
like
God.
whatever.
Because I think people are scared to launch something because like, oh, I need 1 million followers. You don't. You had
You
700.
don't. The thing is, like the way I was telling you that I grew up is like you can do anything. So if you just have that mindset, like the thing is, people are scared to be judged. So that's scary. But once you start putting yourself out there and kind of just like let go, I mean, it's not for everyone to launch a product, but
Very hard.
for some people who are feeling it, and if you don't do it, it's gonna like eat you alive because if you're like a creative person and you know that you need an outlet and you're not doing it, I guess it'll
I
affect your.
know, because I have another idea that I want to launch, and I've literally been, and I'm too scared, but I've been up every night for like 2 months, like till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I'm
Oh my
like,
God, I want to
yeah,
hear
I know. I'm
about
like,
it. Yeah.
I'm like, what is wrong with me? But yeah,
Yeah.
do you
You should
still
give
do the
it a.
coaching or no?
I don't do the coaching anymore. No, I do miss it. I think the thing I miss most about it is like just the connection I had with my clients and like how good it felt to
Personal.
like change people's lives every day. But I'm not, I'm not an octopus. I can't do everything. But I'll like maybe I'll get back into it one day. I think I will. Like I definitely will because I
Do the one to many too. Like you just film and record and then put it out there. You know what I mean? There's
yeah,
so many ways you can do
exactly.
it. So how does one, now this is more on the brand side, if someone wants
Yeah.
to actually launch a product, how do you go about, obviously you told me like it's unique because of the formulation, but how did you go do that?
So into the protein world and being like, okay, how are we going to take over and like make a difference? Like it's so saturated. But then we
Mhm.
realized it's all saturated with BS.
The
There wasn't
same, the same
all
thing.
yeah. So a lot of the vegan protein powders, they all have the same or very similar suppliers. And they get their piece from overseas. And then that's when all the heavy metals and the lead and all that and cadmium and all that comes into the equation because the soil is polluted in which the peas are grown. Okay. So while we were formulating it to be
Right.
like, approved by dietitians and food scientists and doctors, and we needed to make sure.
Where do you go for that? Like how do you do that?
So we can speak to doctors all over. We knew doctors, dietitians, same sort of thing. The food scientist, that's something that you have to hire in advance. And it took a lot of hours. It's very expensive, but we did like hundreds of iterations until we finally got our formula.
And you just, wow, that's amazing.
At the start, it was too gritty, and then we found better peas, and then we found an even better stevia source. Some of them are bleached, so the stevia is bleached,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
has chemicals. So we found a better stevia. And then we were playing around with the different salts. Like some of the grains of salts are a little too big. So like they'll melt on your mouth and then it's salty. So you have to go super small. Like there's a lot of factors that play into it. Yeah.
It's just so amazing what you have built.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you generate awareness for this? I mean, is it just online advertising? Is it like you're going and doing events? Is it creators? Like, how do you get the
It's
word out?
so word of mouth, online, social, and our website has a ton of information. Also at Erewhon, I do a lot of education stuff. So for example, I'll go and do a demo. So I'll set up a table and I'll speak to customers and, tell them about the ingredients and the macros and the American grown peas. And like I'll educate people and they're like, oh, that's why I feel bloated. Or oh, that's why even though my protein says it's so clean, like there's something
It's
wrong
not
with the
really that
taste.
great.
And I'm like, yes, it's because of this and that. And like people are interested, especially in America.
And yeah, and then how did you get into an Erewhon? Like how that's almost
Yeah.
impossible.
Everyone's like it's a story. So we moved to LA. And so this is after we spoke to the dietitians and doctors and all that stuff. I was like, I need to speak to someone who's really just like in the protein world. So what better place to go than Erewhon protein section, like the aisle. So I went to the Erewhon location in Venice
Mhm.
and I connected with this guy named Tyson. And he was so nice. And he was like, he just knew everything about every brand, every single ingredient. He was like, the person to talk to. And we became friends, and I would bring him like our formula. We were at the final stage, and it had every single ingredient except for a digestive enzyme blend called aminogen. So that which we have now. So he was like, listen, I tried your formula. I love the taste. It baked really well. I put it in, my girlfriend's oatmeal. I love it. But there's something that's still hard to digest. Like we're super sensitive and we can see like we get a bit bloated. Like, I'm like, what is it? Like if the peas are super clean and they're not gritty and there's hardly any ingredients, what is it? And basically, with protein, you need digestive enzymes in order to break down the protein. So if you don't have those enzymes, you feel bloated or it takes longer to digest, you feel a bit sluggish. So he's the one who suggested aminogen in our formula. So by the time like all of this back and forth, everyone in the protein aisle was like, "Look, can we try the latest one? What's going on now? Did you add the amino?" So they were literally part of the process. It felt like, well,
That's
they felt like
amazing.
it, and they were like Tyson did add the aminogen. It was amazing. But I think like creating like a genuine like connection with people and like you can't go wrong. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what do you think's next for the brand?
Definitely new flavors. So that's what I was doing yesterday. I was at our
Okay.
facility printing our new flavor in like a roll.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was very exciting. And yeah, definitely like tons of new flavors. And so Heavenly Protein is a line, and Heavenly Protein powder is our first product. So we might do a Heavenly Protein cookie or a brownie or something fun, something like this. Yeah.
I'm like so inspired by what you've done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How can our audience find you?
So you can find us on Instagram at Newfix or newfix.com. And we sell to Amazon. And yeah, we're all over. Just type in Newfix, Nufyx.
Nufyx. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you.
It's just amazing. Can keep it up. We're watching, we're rooting for you. And if we could ever help you in any way, we're always here for you.
Thank you.